Good evening. I need to adjust my mic settings here because I'm not sure how loud everything is. But we're gonna go ahead and switch scenes here. I do believe I have the camera off at the moment, just because it's late at night and I don't really feel like having to deal with this. Uh, Hello, Shark Finch, Mr. Soul, welcome in. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate both of you being here and just vibing out. Also, my mic is quiet. Is it really? Okay, let's. I always forget which button's which. Hold on. Okay, let me know what the volume sounds like. I may have to adjust my mic here too. Or is it fine for you? Okay, I don't want to. Let me know. Might be okay. Dan, it could also be that like maybe your volume settings are different too. Like if you have the stream turned on, it could also be the music is kind of loud. I'm just recognizing now also that the music is not coming through. What the is going on with this thing? I have this really weird situation where like, oh, because I've switched scenes. All right, let's just put in-game music on because I'm gonna mute this because it is irrelevant. So we're in the tower. Today's plan is to push for 300. We're gonna be up for a bit. It's a Friday. Give everybody an excuse, something to do. But how's everybody doing? How you both doing? Anyone else who's tuning in from YouTube, appreciate you all being here. Don't want you to feel left out. But yeah, how is everybody doing today on Friday? All things considered, yesterday was a day. We're gonna touch on some of that, but I think we should just vibe for the most part. Just relax, enjoy. Oh, the fireworks again. Yeah, we should just enjoy some relaxation. But I just want to check the gear. Oh, this is my. See. Yep, this. We want. So I ran Desert Perpetual raid last night. You don't hear music? Yeah, good. That's fine. I do have in-game music turned up. Knocking out some SEO treasure maps I've been neglecting. Very cool. So true story. I actually really enjoyed what do you call it? I really enjoyed Elder Scrolls Online. What I found difficult was finding community to play with. Who all that being said though, like there's nothing worse than like being a gamer and living with other people, and you not having your own space. So for a long time, I wasn't in my own place. Now I'm in my own place, so I can game pretty much whenever I want to. And so it's this weird thing where it's like, oh, now I can actually game with people. But I spent a good 6 years of my Destiny gaming career like avoiding hanging out with people in a sense, like always having an excuse as to why I couldn't like find time to hang out with people. Not because I was like actively avoiding them, but just the timing never worked out because it was either too early or too late, and I wasn't in control of my entire space as I am now. So yeah. This is the first time in a long time I've been rank 100 in anything with the seasonal reward track. It is absolutely alien, for lack of a better word. But yeah, the goal, like I said, is to push up. Most of the time you play solo. Yeah, you really enjoy solo play though, Dan. I've noticed that you enjoy solo play in the way that I like enjoy my own company and prefer not to. If somebody's like, oh hey, let's go out and do something, I'm like, yeah, but what is it? Like, what do you want to do? Where are we going? Oh, you don't enjoy it? Okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we do run stuff all the time. Or we, not all the time, but like a lot more lately we have, which has been really good fun. I've enjoyed our times hanging out and not being forced to hop on comms and still having to open have Discord open on another screen or like minimized.
Looks like there was a rat living in there.
So it looks like we have one of a few options tonight. Yep, it's gonna have to be. Is this matchmaking on? Okay, yep. Matchmaking on. Okay, good. Matchmaking on. Okay, yep. Empire, Hunt the Warrior, the Glassway. Which one of these do I enjoy most? Well, it's definitely gonna be not gonna be Battlegrounds, because Battlegrounds, does have loot, but that's so slow, man. Come on, give me that double drop. 293. We are almost there. We are almost there. It's more that's what I'm used to. If I have something I want to do, I'll just do it myself. If other people want to, I won't say no, but that's rare. Yeah, I'd say like I've gotten used to that too. Like I think a lot of my Destiny experience has been solo / Twitch streamer adjacent, in that like I'm usually playing Destiny and have a Twitch streamer up that I'm engaging with. Oh, is it locked loadouts? Can somebody explain to me what is the purpose of locked loadout? Why? Is it for the sake of challenge? Am I just adverse to being challenged more? You know? It could be a case of that, like, because of how my ADHD brain works, or my dyslexia or autism, that I just don't want to have to, like, I want to hop into a game and enjoy it, be challenged, but stranger. Not to the point where it feels like anymore, second work. You can call me Elsie. Like, if I want to work, I'll continue scripting a new role video.
Elizabeth it is, but I prefer Ghost.
Which I have been, actually.
So, what's our plan?
I've got quite a few
the Vex gate within
little
remains
videos
active
that I'm
thanks to Aramis. Destroying it loses us a vital link to the Vex. A story for another time, perhaps. For now, we need to focus on stopping any further incursions from the portal.
Understood. We'll take care of it.
Oh, boo. Oh, I'm definitely dead. You'd run mostly TISM? What is that abridged for? Wow. We are getting roasted alive here. Is there a fourth player? How many people did we just res? What is going on? Look, Mr. Sniper. Not today. Oh, I hate these. I hate when these things go invisible. I should have just, I really should have just meleeed, but it was in my face and I tunnel visioned. I'm sorry. Burrito, enjoy the damage. Oh, did he just... Excuse me? But, yes, how is everybody this evening? I'm not sure if I may have asked that question already. I'm almost 100% sure I did, but never hurts to ask more than once, that's what I say. It's not what I say, but it is now what I say, because I'm live streaming. And everything must make sense. Yes! Okay. Okay. This guy. Why is he... Is this a blueberry? I feel like this is a blueberry. No, it's not a blueberry. It's a titan that appears to have somewhat semi-decent beard. Man, okay. Had enough. Oh, she's already dead. Okay. I would like to have my... Ooh, a new data pad. Okay, here we go. Logbook entry. Log and transmissions from investigators across Sol. The presence of the irrational data within the captured Minotaur leads me to conclude. This Vex frame was not of a collective previously documented on Europa, but rather a member of the Nessian Schism. It seems Maya's research is taking her further afield. Interesting. Okay, I like that, I like that. So, there is, yeah, the Vex. I feel like I need to do, I did a video quite a while back called The Final Shape. It's all about the Vex. It was very brief. I did want it to be longer, but I think at that time I was really like imposter syndrome, I was really crippled by imposter syndrome and feeling like My Name is Bife has had quite literally, or has fortunately literally dominated the entire lore market. If such a sentence could be coined, lore market, as if, you know, we were I went to school to study Destiny lore. At this point it kind of feels like I did, but no, so yeah, I was in, that's right, dude. I was really in my own head about the whole thing, and so I chose not to make videos on the Vex. By thus doing, this meant that, you know, I have a bunch of Vex lore information jammed in my head that's just like forever in my head and I can't get it out. But the Nessian Schism,
Here we are again, cleaning up
is
another
one of the
Clovis
oldest
Bray's
Vex,
I'm
or
sure wherever
one
he is,
collective
he's
of
laughing at us.
the
He's
eldest
the
Vex
reason all this is here in the first place.
in
The
the Vex
darkness
network.
told him to build the portal.
I
It's his
could
fault
be
the Vex
a
invaded.
little bit
His
wrong
fault
about
so many
this,
people died. I did everything I could to help.
but
It still wasn't enough.
There's no use in quantifying the help you give.
I may have to do a
Any
little video
amount is enough.
on the Vex.
You've
Like
done
literally
far
as I'm
more
talking
than
about
most.
why I never did
And
one,
it's only just begun.
I'm putting
Little
two and two
light.
together about a lore video that I want to do about Zavala and actually where he is right now. And the very interesting thing, oh, was that another data pad? Oh, this is the juiciest stream ever. Okay, let's read this. Logbook entry. Logs and transmissions from the investigators across Sol. The irrational data I recovered from Maya's captured Vex is wreaking havoc on my ship's systems. Its effect on my firewalls indicate that it is not a malware of any known variety, or indeed anything of technological origin. Rather, the incursion seems to be a glitch within my local time-space continuum. Okay, this is extremely fascinating. The plot thickens. So, yeah, stuff's happening in the Vex network. Big stuff. Not really sure how, where, or what, in which format it's going to conclude. Desert Perpetual kind of touches on this actually increasingly, what's the word? Massive threat that the Vex pose. And yes, I was referring to a lore entry that I want to do a lore video for about Zavala and where he is. And the funny thing about it is Zavala isn't actually like the main focus of that lore entry at all. He's actually just the, I would almost say like the vehicle. He's the vehicle for the story. But in that story, that lore entry, it specifically refers to a conversation that Maya Sundaresh has with the Vex Collective. Now, it's my assumption that she's having conversation with two groups, or maybe one group in particular, but for the sake of this hypothetical discussion, let's assume that Maya Sundaresh is talking to two of the oldest I don't know what else, factions, sects, collectives, yeah, two of the eldest or most ancient collectives that reside within the Vex network. Those would be comprised of the Nessian and also the Soul Divisive, right? Soul Divisive are the gold-looking Vex, the white and gold. We usually see them in Garden of Salvation raid, which takes place. It is what is believed to be the Black Garden, which ironically wasn't confirmed when Garden of Salvation raid came out, but then was like technically confirmed in Lightfall when we go into the Black Garden. And our guy, what's his name? I've literally forgotten his name. Is telling us, you know, that they know about the Black Garden, blah blah blah, and Osiris is there, and we do Black Garden stuff, and it's wonderful. But back to the conversation. Yeah, network. I don't know if they would be submines, Dan, per se, but we'll say mines, right? Some of the oldest mines within the collective. I think that's the best way to look at it. Maya Sundaresh is having a conversation with them, and long story short, Maya's like, "Hey, I think you guys need to listen to me. I can take you to places you've never been before, show you things you've never seen before." And this is, you know, you know, an enemy is, for lack of better English vocabulary, you know that a faction or a race within a story is badass when they turn to the villain and essentially say to the villain that there's nothing you can show us that would basically lead us to believe that you're a threat. Return so that we can expunge you from the network. Right? And I'm paraphrasing, but that's more or less the gist of what they said. And I just found it absolutely hilarious that, like, after everything she's done, you know, she killed a fourth dimensional god, and the Vex are like, look, ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Your worst is nothing compared to us, right? It's kind of, they threw down, and that's more or less how the entry ends. So white and gold isn't only the coral vex. Oh, actually, no, you're correct. White and gold is the coral vex. Gold, singular color gold, is the soul divisive. They're usually covered in moss. But coral vex are also some of the oldest vex as well, because they're like some of the earliest iteration of the Vex, but it's believed that the Soul Divisive are like the originals, the prime universal Vex before the Coral Vex, if that makes sense. It's really timey-wimey, I know. And people think Doctor Who's hard to understand. Try reading some lore on the Vex. But yeah, I may do like a whole series on the Vex, like to refresh people's memory, and also to like kind of scare people to, and give them an understanding of just like how sinister they are, and like how they're not just these robots that we easily deal with, and there's like more to them than just what meets the eye. Very Transformers, but yeah.
We are more than meets the eye.
That's the worst Optimus Prime impression I've ever made, but yeah.
We send a message.
Did they change the shield on this thing? It now has a top shield that... Wait, it changes shape? Holy... What is going on, dude? This is emotional damage. Also, can we discuss how Minotaurs have become, like, the linchpin of PvE? Like, what? They're so sinister now. Like, when you see one of these guys coming at you, you're definitely backing away. Like, no matter what. It's like, quick! Range weapon them down! Survive! Survive! Okay, I think we're good. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Yep. Taking way too much damage here, folks. Does anyone know? Quick question. Oh, really? You want that? I really need to use the festive flight more. How are the audio levels? Is game volume okay versus my voice, or is the music a little loud? Because everything's loud to me. I need to turn it down in my own audio individually, but yeah. I do wish that some of the sci-fi realism in Destiny was a little different. Welcome back, Mr. Soul. You missed a lot. You missed quite a bit. I mentioned Transformers. I spoke about the deep minds of the Nine, and dying multiple times. I thought Glasswave was going to be fun. This has actually become way more challenging than I anticipated. Whoa, 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 dude. Alright, we need to get out of here. So, it's turning into a kill box. That's right, look at me. Hold up. Forgot they love Radiolaria, so wonderful. One of the things that like I've noticed with Destiny is how like if players if you well, like when I see another player down, I'll go out of my way to go and rescue them. Like, Frostykins is actually doing that. Like, but I could respawn anytime I wanted. That's how much time ran down, and he's probably gonna... I'm probably gonna have to save him at this rate. But yeah, it's always funny to me like how a lot of players just like tunnel vision and they're not aware, and they don't res you, and they play the entire game like that. Like they'll run through a whole strike, and it's really funny to me when they do get downed, and I have to res them. I'm always like, yeah, this would be the perfect time for me to get revenge by not resing you, but I don't do that. I always res people because you have to be the hope that you want to see in the world. You can't just join in with everybody else. That's why the world is the way it is right now. Or in part, anyway. That's my theory. Who's everyone's favorite main bad guy in all of Destiny? It's a very good question. Definitely needs a well. It's getting hairy out here. I don't know those. My favorite Destiny villain. Current or past? I think my favorite villain is Savathun, and I love doing voice impressions of her. I have quite a few in other videos. I think Savathun is one of the villains I've actually covered the most ever in Destiny lore, because normally I'm like an anti... I usually want to talk about the heroes, but Savathun I feel like is one of the most fascinating characters we have, because she's very complex, you know. And I feel like Maya Sundaresh is complex in the same way before she became the conductor. Or, oh, good grief, these guys are everywhere. Yep. Get him, get him. Yeah, I think it's Savathun for me. Savathun for me, and then I think my favorite like interesting character I think is probably it's a throw up, like it's a I can't pick one, so it would probably be three characters: Ikora, Rey, Marisov, and Aris. But I would say Marisov and Aris Morn are more interesting than Ikora is, or that's what I thought until the DEO, which I have a video all about that. I need to make at some point. I started scripting it, but it's not finished. Oh, jeez, this guy's in here as well. Oh, I'm the only one up? Okay, we're definitely running. Hold on, fellas. Oh, wow. That was a coup d'etat right there. What? Get out of town! Is the AI in these things even smarter than it used to be? Come on, dude. They legit, like, did you see that? Flanking me? Yep. Looks like I've arrested myself once again. Oh, I don't have the marker. So, I've had enough of this. You're dead.
We're safe for now, but they'll be back again in no time.
You know where to find us when they do.
I do indeed.
Why did they change the
again.
size of this chest too? It used to be so much bigger, and now it's just like this tiny little thing. Also, why do we still have so much strange coin? Oh, we definitely leveling up right now. This might just push us to 300. We might have done it, boys. No, we haven't. Absolutely have not. Spoke too soon. What did you miss? Roommate want to chat. Oh wow, you guys are just missing it all. Missing the impressions, the banter, no, there wasn't a whole lot missing. You missed me being completely destroyed by the Vex. The wonderful for some reason, like, I'm picturing a whole theme park that's Destiny 2 themed. And you know, in Disneyland, if you've ever been, they have the I can't remember what it's like a ride for kids, and you go around it and it says it's a small world after all, right? That's what the song is singing. And for some reason I'm picturing like going around that ride and all you see is glowing red eyes and it's the Vex. That would be the creepiest thing ever. But yeah, just my 2 cents. Just me 2 cents on the matter. But yeah, how about that twid, right? How about that twab? It was very interesting. Yeah. I will say that I feel like the community overreacted, which is it can be a fairly common response. I'll say that much. I think that Destiny 2 is a game, and you know, for the most part, it's being developed by a team of people, and some part of their vision will be what we want, and some part of their vision will be what we don't want. And I think, and Dan, I'm sure you know this, that like bad news is good news when it comes to selling a product or games development, right? Sometimes companies will intentionally do things to drum up continued relevancy or focus on their game or on their product, so that when they deliver the goods, you know, the hype is like several times bigger than it should be. And you like, I know I'm not saying here, like, don't quote me, you didn't come to Psalmlab stream and say Psalmlab is saying that Bungie planned this, that they did it on purpose. I'm just saying no news is bad news, and some news is good news, even if that good news looks ugly. So, yeah. That's all I'll say. Because I pay for a product does not entitle me to be not even semi, like aggressive, or have some type of entitlement to the way a game is developed because I parted with money, you know? That's like, it's like going to a restaurant, okay, and the chef cooks a meal in a certain way, right? You came to that restaurant to enjoy food cooked by the chef that way. the most you can complain about is, oh, it doesn't feel like there was enough food, quote unquote. My food was cold, quote unquote. Uh, it said I was supposed to get free bread rolls. Why did the free bread rolls stop coming to my table? You know, those kinds of like service orientated things, absolutely. But it still doesn't mean that we have to be disrespectful in the way that we communicate those things. And so I think that like one of the things the Bungie community is not good at is like, why do we need to be so aggressive? You know, like it's so visceral. The negativity, like in quick succession, can bring down so many people so fast, and that's what negativity does. Like it destroys, it degrades, it eats away at people's minds and their hearts too, you know, and that's not good for anybody. Like, I think even after all my complaints, I was sat here reflecting earlier today, and I was like, the thought that occurred to me was like, if I was a Bungie dev, and I know that everything I do is about iterations and development and feedback, I would dread opening Twitter. I'd boycott. Like, I'd literally delete my account. Because it would be the easiest surefire way for me to like become a salt miner within my own game, because I have to weed through like metric tons of absolute what's the word, dichotomy to find 2 sentences of some aspect of like emotional / mental maturity from somebody who enjoys a game and loves sci-fi as a genre and loves Destiny, and I have to weed through so much junk. And you know, that is like, I think that's very much a major part of life. Automod is holding it's been captured by the witness. What did you say? Oh, okay, because you said the word. You said shut up. Okay, let me permit you, sir. Let me permit you. Yeah, I don't know this community. I think we just have to be careful, you know. And this is maybe I'm just old, and I'm okay with that, you know. If that makes me irrelevant, so be it. It's one of the reasons that like I refuse to be like, I'm gonna grind and I just want all the stuff and I want it now, you know. It's not healthy. Like, at the same time, yes, there are absolutely decisions that Destiny make. This launching into this game, like I could reel you a 20 item list of things that I'm like, why? You know, look at this equipment log. I respect challenge, and I understand that like the idea is I'm supposed to enter into a mode having pre-selected what I want, but I didn't. Sometimes my mind doesn't work like that. As a neurodiverse person, I have to navigate a game that was fundamentally built not for me, essentially. So, yeah, those are some of my spicy hot takes. Oh yeah, why am I? We need to. Yeah. One of the things I noticed with this, jeez, these guys using Void so aggressively. If you don't kill these guys at the beginning, it impacts the score you get, and you don't get loot. But what's really funny is people always rush through it, like that guy's done, and like I was kind of nearly doing it right at the beginning. It's also, oh, this light is so bright. It is so bright, guys. Not really sure what just happened there. Not really sure what just happened there at all.
They say you are a
Oh,
great
he
warrior.
triggered.
You have
Well,
challenged
there
Aaron
goes our
Estelle
score
once
rating.
before.
Literally, there goes our score rating.
You are worth my time.
And this is why solo ops exist, folks. Except I don't want to play this solo. But I do want to be able to play it with other, you know, like-minded players. Which is what Fireteam Finder's for. But the likelihood of finding those... Like, I think... Oh, gee whizzes. Stupid random. I think that Fireteam Finder needs to be more robust. We need to be able to type and literally say what we're looking for. If we don't, it creates that much more of a... what do you call that? Gap between us and having the best experience in Destiny 2. Like, there could be the perfect fire team waiting for me, but I'd never meet them because they don't know I exist and I don't know they exist. And they're probably sat in their house saying something similar to what I'm saying, right? Yeah, people are used to rushing through. This'll, you know, I feel like that behavior evolved from Forsaken. Pre-Forsaken, I think it was you were less like, you would see people running through encounters, but not skipping entire mobs. Like, you would never just not clear all the ads unless you had a good reason for it. But now it's literally like almost meta. Don't know where this guy went. Oh, it's there. Okay. Yeah, they disabled it too, but you used to be able to jump on your Sparrow here. I don't know why they disabled that. Oh, yeah, because to stop people. Okay, look. Getting through this map, sure, yes, let me use my Sparrow. But the minute I get to encounters with enemies, then, you know, just automatically slow me down. Where I can't get on a hoverboard or a Sparrow, you know? It would feel a little more fun and make sense to the storytelling within the mode, rather than it feeling like I'm forcibly being asked to not rush and spoil it for everybody else. I don't know. It's late. I'm not thinking. Oh, I'm not thinking straight. People said to you, going fast isn't the meta. I dare that person to come into this stream right now. Like, absolutely is meta. It's synonymous. Everybody does it now. We rush through most encounters. How do we kill everything in 20 seconds flat? The reason the community is in uproar right now is because Bungie have developmentally chosen to slow us down. And the thing about it is if they don't, then you end up with a very boring game. Yeah, you end up with a boring game because you've killed everything so quickly you didn't have a chance to enjoy the beautiful environment, the scenery, the way our weapons synergize, the fact that, like, when you pop prismatic, that energy is channeled straight into our weapons, which I haven't seen any build people talk about, by the way, but it works with trace rifles and stuff like that. And that's huge, you know, we should be talking about that more, but we're not, because we're complaining about we can't swap our loadouts, which something that was developed to help with the fact that raids were difficult. It was never designed to be a tangible way to play any game mode. So, yeah. Anybody? I don't know. I'm trying to not sound hyperbolic with the words that I'm saying. Yeah, I mean everybody forgets. That's natural. When the problem is, actually, it became natural because if you don't, the guy who's rushed ahead has essentially ruined the whole strike, because he's either going to pull you into activities that you're not ready to do yet, or, you know, you're going to end up having to have what I guess some people deem as pointless conversation. So, yeah, it is what it is at this point. I think one just has to make their peace with it and know that eventually one day it will change. Or we'll all stop playing Destiny. I don't know, one of the two. I think I just missed that. Maybe I did. I missed that one. I think I shot it over here somewhere. Yes, both of them, there they are. I need to go get my other bolts from her. She still got them? No, she doesn't. Yep, Eager Edge Sword. I remember when they first nerfed that, everybody hated it. No, it was, no, it wasn't even Eager Edge. What was it before that? It was the, Guillotine. That's what the movement speed buff came from first. And when they nerfed that, like, after Season of the Arrivals, everybody hated it. And I think till this day, that weapon still doesn't quite function like it used to. But again, I would argue the case that Season of Arrivals, like post Season of Arrivals, was one of the biggest times in Destiny's where we had that Armor 1.0 change, and weapons were changed, damage was changed, and it was equally annoying.
Barracks. Phylax is down.
And I think at that point, like, I was really
Soldiers
upset
will
because
scatter, but there are other
I had
powerful
just
Elixni that
developed
will
my
stand
build,
in your path.
and it felt like Bungie just came and yanked the rugs out from under my legs. And the rest was history. The rest was history. Yeah, Worldline still works. You can still do Hunter. What is it? I can't remember it, but you do the running dash thing, and then you do the stasis ability thing, if I'm not mistaken, on Hunter, and it's like yippee-ki-yay, sends you flying, hurtling at speeds unfathomable. Alright, let's see what we got in the old... Oh, that's a... Oh, is that an emote? Okay. Finally, synthwave! Alright, let's see. It's legitimately the ugliest helmet I've ever seen. It's terrible, dude. I just why do warlock heads always look like a giant microphone? You know? Like it's like, what are we, Maya Sundarish? Maybe that was the whole look that they were going for. I don't really particularly enjoy it. This is the helmet from Season of Arrivals. Like, is it? No, it's Warmind. Sorry, Warmind. Wait, let's see if we can. That's it. Yep. It's from Season of Arrivals. That again, another very odd-looking gear. Generally speaking, but I'll never take this off. The Splicer jacket. It's one of the coolest jackets ever because I've put the photo finish, and the photo finish changes the colors of the loops feeding through. The arms don't actually go with this set, but I thought that they looked pretty epic. So I was like, okay, yeah, let's go with that. I mean, look at that, man. Look at the beauty. There's no shader on this, funny enough. What happens when we... Oh, that's nice. It's looking good. And it's changing color. Okay. We're gonna... Looks pretty sick. That looks pretty sick. That was the season where Rasputin sacrificed himself. No, Season of Arrivals wasn't. Season of the Seraph. Season of the Seraph is where Rasputin sacrificed himself, and I will never get over the fact that Bungie removed one of the arguably best characters with the best lore, and just what a mistake. I still, till this day, don't understand why they wrote it that way. There were many reasons as to why Rasputin could have easily used a submind to blow up. like for a plot device, I don't know why Destiny, like Bungie's always killing characters off. Um, I hope that the narrative team doesn't, the current narrative team doesn't make the same mistakes. I think it would be bad to just, like, we gotta stop killing off characters, dude. Seriously. I would love to see them do something with Amanda Holiday and bring her back. Like, even that would have been cool. Could you imagine, like, the Nine basically grabbing Amanda Holiday and she becoming the third emissary? That would have been dope. I would have signed up on that. But they didn't. We got the wonderful Brian Villalobos, aka Lodi, aka not the guy that killed JFK. Looking at you, Scarrow. He's not in this stream. He'll never see this, but it's okay. I have special autonomy because I am a small streamer, and I'm okay with it. I am okay. I like how, right, the weapon that's on here is Telesto. And it could be any other weapon, but it had to be that one. Okay, let's see. Honestly, I'm so bored. I literally don't have the energy. Like, I know I said, let's go to 300, but I'm like... yeah. I am definitely struggle busing right now. Why couldn't Shorhan be involved with the solo ops tactical stuff? It's a solid question. It's as solid a question as why is Soraya Hawthorne organizer for like, why is she a clan vendor? What is that treatment? I haven't even seen her written about in Destiny lore in the longest time. Like, yeah. There's so many characters that could be that could be used. On that note, I would love to see Brother Vance return, and I would also like to see Ashimir return. Because I'm not convinced that going into the Vex network means that Ashimir has been erased. In the same way, if Pradith isn't, then surely Asher isn't, right? And we're looking at Vex right now who are essentially divergent Vex. So could it not be entirely possible that Asher is part of the part of the consciousnesses that are emerging out of the Vex network and essentially becoming their own collective, as it be? Um, yeah, I mean, I would love boredom support at the moment because I'm like, one, super tired, and it's like just hitting me at 9:30. So I'm at that place where it's like, I just want to power down. I'm not gonna lie. And then at the same time, it's like, well, we are 292. Do we have some more strike runs in us? That's the question I'm asking right this second. We're at 292. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That is where I'm at. Ooh, that is where I'm at. It could just be because Destiny's boring for me right now, and actually, I'm potentially considering like streaming something else right this second. So, if you bear with me, I'm gonna open my Steam and see what I have downloaded. Now, I know that um what do you call it? Dune Awakening has an update which has not finished downloading. Okay, that's great. I do have The Division. Not sure. Do I still have that? Oh, it is still installed. Hilarious. Um, yeah. Okay. Let's just checking my messages real quick. Okay, so I knew this person was a fake person. Remove, block, report spam. Goodbye. Thank you. Yeah, guys, I think I'm going to end stream here. I'm gonna call it a little bit earlier than I had originally tend to. Dan, I know you're jumping on, but honestly, dude, I'm probably more tired than bored, if I'm perfectly honest. So I'm gonna respect my energy level and yeah, just chill. And probably be back on tomorrow because tomorrow is actually my actually stream day. Today was just hey, nothing else better to do, let's jump on. So yep, leave it here for now. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. Thank you, Mr. Soul and Dan, for tuning in. I really appreciate you both, and for anyone else who dropped in that maybe I missed your comments in the chat. We'll be back tomorrow with a fuller stream. Dan, I'll hit you up in case you want to run some stuff tomorrow when I'm a bit more fresh and alert and not like half falling asleep, which is where I am right now. I'm an old man. 30, borderline 38 in October. Wow, I feel old. Sorry about that. There's like some kind of truck outside my window. Of all the nights, I feel like I live on like one of the busiest roads ever. When I first moved in here, it wasn't this busy, but then it got this busy. But anyway, have a great night, everybody. Relax, have something good to drink. I'm probably gonna go back to watching The Foundation. I've been catching up with season 3. Man, is that show a good show. I love that show so much. But yeah, back tomorrow. Have a good night. Godspeed.